Now, answering your questions about the law and legal issues. This is Legal Break with attorney Gary Bruce.
And I'm Maureen Akers. Welcome, Gary.
Good morning. Good to be here.
Yes, good to see you. All right, today's question, let's go ahead and put it up on the screen. Gary, how long does it take to resolve a personal injury case?
Yeah, and that's a question we're asked a lot. You know, how long is this going to take? What's going to be involved?
Yeah.
And I really generally don't know from the outset because a lot of it depends on how long it takes the client to heal. How long does it take us to be able to document the impact on their life, you know, and what happened, you know. So some of it is going to be taken care of early on with police reports and investigation at the scene and those kind of things, but the healing process is significant, and it really is where the value of most cases is determined. Okay. So we use a percolator at my house to make coffee, right? If you try and pour that early, it's weak coffee. It's no good. And I feel the same way about cases. If you try to get them resolved too quickly sometimes, then you're not telling the full story. You really don't have full strength. And that's necessary really to get full value.
Yeah. So, in thinking about this, then when should you file that lawsuit?
Yeah, well, lawsuits are another issue. So if it can be resolved before a lawsuit, we try and do that. I mean, most lawyers will try and do that. If we have enough information that we can present to an insurance company, they say, yes, this should be resolved, and everyone agrees, and that happens. But lawsuits are a whole different category and can make things last longer. You know, it really comes down to if it's worth fighting about, it's worth fighting about. I mean, lawsuits or war at some level, it is us imposing our will on a opponent who doesn't want to be imposed upon.
Yeah.
Right? So,
no, they don't.
so that's the deal. You have to have strength in your argument, strength in your evidence, strength in your position, but that takes time to develop. And so when you file a lawsuit, you've got to serve the defendant. The defendant then, their insurance company generally hires a lawyer for them. They file an answer. They file paper discovery. They ask questions. We answer questions. They want to gather medical records. It's a process that takes literally months. But, you know, if it's needed, it's needed. Yeah. And that's what you do, but it does take time. So how long, the big question was,
right.
How long does this take?
Yeah.
Well, it takes as long as it needs to take, you know, and you need to be, your lawyer needs to be paying attention to it. Your lawyer needs to be pushing. That's how things happen. Insurance companies love for files to sit in a drawer. You've got to be aggressive and treat it like the battle that it is.
There you go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gary. We'll see you on the next Legal Break.